when formulating escapes, because there's a lot more going on than just the techniques that you're going to use. But aiming to create space and beginning to use your frames. Frames are your hands and elbows, feet, and knees. It's easier to insert knees and then feet than it is to insert feet then knees. Same with elbows and then hands. But this is all has to be framed, okay? So from a side control perspective, okay? If I'm already here, okay, I didn't magically appear here because, you know, unless we like started here, but it just a lot went wrong and I wound up in a really bad position. I'm flat, he's, you know, chest to chest. A big part of the top position for the top person is chest to chest, okay? When you have somebody's back, it's chest to back. So I need to create a separation from chest to chest if I know that that's good for him, bad for me. And I have to create space. The thing is that if his head's down, okay, and I can't insert my hand in front of his face, I gotta be, first and foremost, this right here is an absolutely vital frame, okay? And you don't use the palm out, use the palm in. So that this frame right here creates somewhat of a pocket or like a space where I can kind of contain him between my elbow and knee. Because my real objective is to reconnect my elbow and knee and then begin to get my feet in. But you have to combine movements because one movement is not going to do it. You have to combine feet, hips, shoulders, and keep moving, okay? So as we're here, this hand right here, this arm, my elbow has to be framing. Otherwise, it's really bad for me, okay? From here, it's your left foot that moves your hip, not your right. So if your right is down on the mat, you give him a clear path to mount, yeah, which you don't want unless you're setting up a way to reverse them, okay? This left hand understands that he's got an underhook, okay? So I have to, okay, at least restrict him from using his underhook freely here, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is my right hand frames the right, his left hip, sorry, okay? And it makes it at least difficult for him to walk around the head because I really don't want that, and I can follow, okay? From here, what I'm gonna do is something that I've taught before. I don't use as much as I should, but I do different variations of it, okay? I need to make him feel that his underhook is stuck. Because if I'm here and my arm's floating, he can easily walk his arm up. Now I'm really screwed and his knee goes across the hip line and he mounts. And then he already mounts in a position where he's already got head arm chokes, heel locks, all kinds of stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna retract my elbow here, okay? My right knee is here. And then what I'm gonna do is this. My objective is to turn into him on my side, all right? I'm gonna bring my left leg out. I'm gonna hug my left inner thigh and I'm gonna start turning into him here, okay? What does that feel like on your right arm?
You've got my arm trapped.
Exactly, so try to pull it out.
I can't.
Try. Okay, try. Try again. You create space, and that's it, okay? The key is this hand cannot reach the thigh effectively. It's that you have to be here, and this leg has to come up. You cup your inner thigh, pinch, and then you start turning to the side, which compromises his underhook. He's got two choices. He can either really flatten me out right here, and I can maybe load his weight, or he starts pulling it out. But you'll see that once I begin to use what's good for him, and because this is good for him, bad for me. Now from here, this is now somewhat bad for him. Because here, he's gonna back up. Yeah. Insert the hip, the knee, feet, and then we can close the guard, okay? The key here is to create pressure, right? But I cannot reach my thigh if I'm on my side. So I'm just gonna go flat, hug your inner thigh, and then turn to the side, pinching your left elbow. Take this one. Yes, sir. This arm, if he gets caught out, and he slides his knee to my shoulder, my first priority is to begin to bring this arm back in, okay? But for me to bring this arm in, I have to move my head away, meaning that I have to move my hip to the right, my head to the left, because how am I gonna bring it in. Here. Feet on the hips, framing if you need to, and you're here. So one more time here. So look. So he catches my arm on the outside. I frame here, walk my hip to the right, to the left, and then look. One. Look, there's a couple ways to do it. The key is pinch here. You got to be above his elbow. Right about here. Here, you can put your left foot, but it stretches it out. I want to keep pulling, so use your right foot and frame here. Turn to your side. Okay? And here, I can just begin to insert my shin and knee and stretch his arm out. It's really super effective. It looks very deceptive. But if he doesn't pull it out, you basically have a straight arm lock. Okay? So, right arm frames. Master Carlos calls this the waiter because like you're carrying a tray. Okay? So as I'm framing here, right here, and you don't have to let go, okay? Because he can't really pull this out. From here you can frame, from here you can bring this in. He can pull it out, but now we're not open door. All right, let's try that. First and foremost, 1, 2, 3. You gotta get your left hand. Guys, do me a favor. Will a higher rank please grab one of the white belts and work with him, please?
Higher, lower?
Higher, lower.